Tuesday as well? I feel like that's the same guy. In that game I was lost, but I came back and won the game. Starting off by playing the hammer opening, which is actually probably a little bit better than its poor reputation. Corp cam and make board bigger so you can stay the same size with big board. Yeah, but that's like at least, I feel like that's at least like 1600 kind of play. E5 is a little bit loose. Excuse me, you're a decent player, right? First time chatter over there. Very creative. Favorite trash talker happens to be a decent chess player as well. Yeah, that's how people know me. People come for the trash talk, stay for the chess. Meanwhile here I have a pretty nice extra pawn. She does have some active bishops, but should be considerably better. And I'll trade off one of the bishops, and now the other one will be traded as well. But as long as I don't trade queens, which I probably shouldn't, then my d-pawn is a pretty significant factor. I was about to blunder now with d3, but hoping for queen d3, rook e1, but queen c3 would pick up the pawn. So let's just go rook d8. It's not ideal, but it's fine. Hoping for b5 and a4. It's really hard for him to create much activity when he's blocking the pawn with the queen. Yeah, a4 is a decent enough try, but I think I'll go for rook b8, hoping for rook b4. And then this might drop off, or he might have to place his pieces on some pretty passive squares. So I'll give a check. You can take it, but then I'll take his rook, and queen endings are generally pretty hopeless for him. I think here I'll just give a check and then take with the queen. I could have taken with the pawn, but I want to win with without really having to calculate much. Which I think it's something that a lot of people can relate to, no? Wanting to win purely by technique. Of course, most people don't have that technique, but I do, so I can do that. So let's see, I can just push. I opened the H file, which makes my king like a tiny bit less safe, but it doesn't matter. Now I can just tuck it away in G6, because since I'm controlling this diagonal, and this pawn is pushing, the other pawn is pushing. It's all very easy. Check. Asios is hitting the factory tomorrow, so he won't be able to stay as too long as usual. Did this person just clap for me? How can I try and beat somebody if they just clapped before the game? But it's a nice gesture though. Now I'm trying to play the London, but I sort of changed my mind. Is this really good? Takes on c6, knight d4. He has to go all the way back to c8, I think. Oh, it's an online handshake, that makes sense. I can go g3, I can also go e3, fe, and then queen e2. Which, to be honest, looks like more fun. Also fe3, bishop b5 maybe? Then ef2, king f2, b6, rook e1, bishop e7, queen e2. There's knight g5 to g4 to a5 then. Maybe not so clear. So maybe I'll just go fe3, queen e2. Looks like a free piece. And I shall take it. Yeah, if you want music, you can go to Asios' stream. He usually DJs while doing various other things. Or put in another way, he has a lot of talents, including DJing, and he usually shows off some of them while showing off his DJ talent. Now, since I'm a knight up, I'm pretty happy to exchange queens. Let me just see, what's knight d5, is that good here? Queen d8, yeah, that's unnecessary. Let's get them queens off. Oh, I was about to blunder. Then bishop f6 and it becomes a little bit more complicated than it needs to. Let's just trade, then protect the pawn. There are some technical difficulties here. Not the usual technical difficulties that we have in this channel, but like actually like chess technical difficulties on the board in converting the advantage, but should be quite possible. Going to try and box in his rook. But my opponent is fighting well, has to be said. Okay, let's just go h3, protect against, and bishop f3. h3 was probably unnecessary, but that's okay. I want to retain the a pawn here. Otherwise, with pawns on only one side, it's not so easy to convert this. Now I finally get to activate my rook. I move 29. The rook makes its first move. And let's go knight b6. Rook c2. There's bishop d3. He probably has to go rook c6. This I don't think is any good. Now I win a pawn. And I don't think he has any threats. Of significance, anyway. Just go a4, bring the king in. King c3 now. At a2, but he's really entering resigned territory here. Knight coming to c6. Evening, Magnus. It's a pleasure to join your stream. Well, thank you so much for joining.